I was in the hospital pregnant with triplets, I had a really, really rough pregnancy. We had done 5 years of infertility to have a family. Didn't know that we could have a family, and be careful what you pray for because we hit the jackpot with three at once. And so that was
How was
before.
that? What was your mindset when you hear you're having three babies?
Well, they told us we were having two at first. They said there's two, they're definitely twins. And I remember we came home from the hospital and looked at the room that was going to be the nursery that we had been planning on all this time. And we were like, okay, we can put one crib there and one crib there. So this will fit. And then, but they said there's something else and we're not sure. You need to come back, in 10 days. So we did. And they said, congratulations, there's a third. So we went back to the room. We're like, okay, well, we could put one crib there, one crib there, one crib there. And it was, we were shocked. We were shocked. And immediately they whisked us away as soon as we were told we were having triplets and with an option to abort. So they said it's a high risk pregnancy. If you abort one, you likely will have two. And I said, absolutely not. There is absolutely no way that we will do that. So, anyway, fast forward to I started having labor at 19 weeks and ended up in Hotel Brigham until I delivered them at 29 weeks.
Way
Ten
too soon.
weeks, yeah.
Way too soon. So everything they said that could go wrong did go wrong with my pregnancy, but somehow, some way that they all made it healthy. And there was a sweet nurse in Brigham and Women, and it was before HIPAA, the HIPAA laws. And she said, there's a really nice lady down the hall that's pregnant with triplets too. You should really meet her. I'm like, oh, yes, please. I would love that. And so that's how I got connected with my partner, Donna Baker. And we've done this silly thing called life for 31 years now together. So her triplets were born in June and mine were born in September. So we have raised our
that 3 months
families
apart?
together.
Three-
Yeah,
3 months
just
apart?
3 months apart.
Okay.
That's
Three
it.
kids, 3 months apart. Nice.
Yep, 3 months apart. And she had Cole was 3 years old, I believe, when the triplets were born. So she already had a child. So she had been a mom before, so she knew way more than I knew. And we immediately just connected and started supporting. She was really supporting me. I couldn't do too much other than just to survive. But we just became fast friends, and we knew that we wanted to help others. And so we started having these meetings. We found a couple of more moms in the area that also had triplets, and they'd come over and we'd have coffee, and there would be just a sea of babies in their little carriers. But they would bring a bag of clothes or a car seat or toys or whatever that they had outgrown, and everyone would exchange and share. Whatever didn't get taken went to my garage. And so eventually, if you were pregnant with twins or triplets, you would come shopping in my garage for free year round. So it could be sweltering hot in July or August or 11 degrees, in December. And you would, we'd get you a chair. You could sit in a chair and go through all the clothes and stuff. Probably for about 12 years, we had it in my garage. And other moms also would take it. We had one in Springfield and one in Abington. When it would overflow out of my garage, it would go to their garage. So you would call. We kind of would do a quick inventory of what we had. And so when a pregnant mom would call, we would tell them which garage it was in. So that was kind of the beginning. And then one day, a really sweet lady from my church named Deborah Penn said, I go, Deb, we can't move in my garage. She's like, well, let's have a yard sale. What do you think about having a sale? And then we can take the money that we make and buy diapers for the twin and triplet families. Let's do that. So she lived on a main street in Bridgewater. We held our very first sale. I think we made $400 maybe for the sale. And so we went out and bought diapers for all of the new families and stuff. So that was kind of the beginning. And we're also realtors. And one day he came home and he goes, "That's it. It needs to get out of my garage. I can't move. I can't find anything. So I found you a space." And so our very first space was over on Hale Street in Bridgewater, which is where the college now has a parking lot. But that was our very first home, and it was $500 a month for rent. It had 26 steps leading up. It was 1,000 square feet, and there was no bathroom. So you can imagine it was not ideal for moms because they couldn't get up
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see
You're
us.
walking up
or
26 stairs. Yeah,
26 stairs in
Yeah.
postpartum. You've just delivered. So it wasn't ideal, but the price was right. So when we would have volunteers that would come, we would have a little flag that we would put outside that we were open, and people would come and shop, and everything was $2. The clothes were all $2. Strollers were maybe $25 or $30. It was just so cheap. And whenever we would have volunteers, they would open the store. What we weren't counting on is the community now going, "Oh, I have stuff I can donate." So not only were our families donating, but the community began to donate. We outgrew the place in probably 9 months. We outgrew the
nice.
place. And we would also hold our monthly support meetings there and stuff like that. So that was in 2006. And so that was 2006, right? And I think we
So
were
this is
there
all word
during-
of mouth for the most part as you're building all this, right?
100%.
Yeah. And,
Because
and
you're
social
2006,
media,
you're not really talking about social media like that. You're not
there was
really.
no social
Yeah,
media back
yeah,
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no social media back then. So it was truly word of mouth.
Moms helping moms.
Moms
and we're
helping
good.
moms.